And just like Kobe Bryant, let's talk about how alphas use nonverbal communication on the court. This week, let's talk about the hidden language of sports, nonverbal communication. Athletes are really good at subconsciously picking up nonverbals and body language. I mean, think of Mahomes looking at a receiver pre-play or LeBron looking to AD for an alley-oop. So let's dissect this a little bit and look at what nonverbals are putting a barrier for athletes and what can be a resource. First, look at big body language, putting your hands in the air, being big. That is inherently within us as individuals to take up space when we are confident. Blind athletes who have never seen a day in their life will still put their arms up in victory when they win a race or win a tournament. Why? Because we as human beings are wired to take up space when we're confident. And you can fake this. Right before a game, when you're in a locker room getting ready, take up space. Use powerful body language within that locker room instead of playing on your phone real small. If you get real small like this, it's going to decrease that confidence. I mean, think about it. When someone loses a game, you know what defeat looks like. Their head is down, their shoulders are shrugged in. That's the exact same body language you're using if pre-game you're scrolling Instagram. Your body has to get that way for that small phone. And if you're using this body language mid-game, you're actually decreasing your testosterone levels and increasing your cortisol levels. As much as possible, athletes, we have to get as big as possible pre-game and mid-game to increase testosterone, decrease cortisol, which manages stress. Pro athletes also know where to look to anticipate the next play. People tend to use eye gestures and an eyebrow flash where the eyebrows go up slightly, as well as jut with their chin right before they make a play. We self-consciously do this with the eyebrow flash or jutting of our chin right before we're about to make a play. There's a lot of tells that come out of an athlete right before they're about to move. I know a lot of basketball players are trained to this, but look at the torso. Your two T's, toes and torso, always point toward the direction you're most interested in. So do you want to get an idea of where the next play may be going toward? Look at the torso. Next, do you ever wonder why athletes are always in a tight huddle in between plays? You think it's like to keep secrets and not let the other team hear what they're saying? The closer we are with our teammates within those huddles and the more physical contact, high fives, etc., you're actually increasing your oxytocin as an entire group. The higher that oxytocin, the better you feel about trust and confidence as a team. And just like Kobe Bryant, let's talk about how alphas use nonverbal communication on the court. Kobe. Now you can actually do this pre-game and during the game. Look at pre-game first. Who is the individual in practice holding their chest out, standing upright, looking confident? And in a game like basketball, if they miss a shot in practice, how do they hold themselves after that miss? And that could give you really good insight in what players get distracted very easy and get in their head during that game. Check the nonverbals right before the game starts. And before and during the game, those alphas are the ones that stand tall, shoulders back, chest out, taking up space on the court, even between the plays. So you want to know who the alpha of that team is? Just watch them pregame. Who are the players looking at most often? It's going to be the alpha. A next one for all players of the team. Make sure you're keeping that strong body language. Keep your eyes up. There's a psychological approach. The more you're looking at the ground, the weaker you become. You subconsciously actually feel weaker. There's a study that shows muggings happen at a higher rate for individuals who are looking down at the ground when they're walking. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes up the entire time, whether you're losing, whether you're having a shooting drought, whether you're striking out a lot, whatever the case may be, make sure that you keep your eyes up. And if you see a teammate that's keeping their eyes down, get their eyes up for them. And same with talking to your coach. If a coach pulls you over, make sure keep eye contact the entire time. I bet those individuals that decrease their eye contact get less playing time and less trust from that coach. Nonverbal hack. Make sure to keep that eye contact strong. So this week in the comments, this is my question. Are you a people watcher? Do you like watching people, watching their nonverbals, seeing who the alpha is, who's leading in that situation? What sticks out to you? Does mirroring stick out to you? Does strong body language stick out to you? Does eye contact stick out to you? Does what they're wearing stick out to you? What are the things? Let me know in the comments. And what from this video will you think about moving forward to actually change your own nonverbal, whether that be in an athletic game, in a sports game, or just simply walking around town? And the comment of the week last week comes from Gabby. I love the tip about scooting away from the keyboard and showing your hands. I often feel awkward when I realize people can't see my hands in a meeting, but I had never thought how important it was for building trust. We'll see you next week.